Hello, and welcome back to Random Vids. So today, we're going to be talking about some more puppies. So, a few weeks ago, I talked about my top 10 favorite cartoon puppies, or dogs, from different movies, TV shows, etc. Today, I'm going to kind of do the same thing, except this time, it's only going to be the live-action characters. So, the only rule is that they have to be dogs, and the other rule is no cartoon characters, since I already have a list for the cartoon pups. This list is going to be focused more on the live-action pups, stuff like Pup Academy or Air Buddies, just for an example. So, with all that said and done, I hope you enjoy this video, and let's get to my number 10 favorite. Number 10 is Puppy Jr. Alrighty, so we're starting off the list with a Chihuahua. So, I've actually never have seen the original Beverly Hills Chihuahua, which I think is kind of funny. I've never seen the original Beverly Hills Chihuahua, and I've never seen the third one either. I've only seen the second one due to that one mainly having the pups in it. So, Beverly Hills Chihuahua stars this dog named Poppy. He falls in love with Chloe, and they get married in the second movie, and they have puppies of their own. The main puppy, or I should say the only boy of the litter, is Poppy Jr., who is almost kind of like his dad in a way, or he wants to be like his dad, wants to be all tough and stuff. It's kind of cute. Third movie, never seen it. I don't know the story much about that. I don't know the story too much about that one. I just know the fact that it doesn't star Poppy Jr. as much, or any of the other puppies, as a matter of fact. Just Rosa, I guess, who's the runt, I think. I don't remember. Something along that, but like I said, never seen the third one, never seen the first one, just only have seen the second one. So, Chihuahuas definitely aren't my favorite breed dog. I would never get one in real life. Those things are pretty mean. But I guess in TV shows, they're not that bad. And I don't know, something about Puppy Jr. just kind of sticks out. It makes him pretty adorable. I don't know what it is. Probably just the fact that he's like, I like his design. I love the brown and white spots on him. Or I guess he is white altogether with the brown spots. I don't really know. This is one of those ones where it's kind of hard to just, it's kind of hard to explain why I think he's a great character. I just like him. I think he's a good character. He's cute. He's a little Chihuahua boy. He's cute. Sure. Nothing else I really have to say, but he's cute and he makes top 10. So, let's move on to number 9, which is Muffin. So, just a quick little spoiler alert, this is not going to be the last golden retriever on our list. So, Muffin, or if you want to call Napoleon, is from the movie Napoleon, from the 1995 movie Napoleon. And what's funny is I actually never seen this movie until just like recently. I haven't seen it till like, probably like the end of 2022 or somewhere around there. And, wow, I can't believe I've never seen this movie. It's actually a really good movie. So this movie called Napoleon stars this puppy named Napoleon, or Muffin, I guess. I don't know. His name is Muffin, but he likes to be called Napoleon. Anywho, this young pup likes to seek adventure, and unfortunately he's a little too afraid to do a few things, like swimming, for example. He doesn't like water. But unfortunately, a basket with balloons in it ends up carrying him away from his home, and he ends up going on a little adventure himself, which he ends up, like, happy. He wants to go on this adventure because he wants to explore the wilderness and stuff, and just have fun, be free, whatever. Definitely seen this story before in other movies, but it's done really well in this one. That's what I really like. And it stars, of course, a golden pup, so of course it's going to be good. Once he's in the woods, though, everything is a little more scarier out there, opposed to the comfort of home, and of course his mom. So now this young boy's all by himself, but luckily he befriends a bird named Birdo, how appropriate, who ends up popping up here and there to help Napoleon/Muffin on his adventure. He ends up meeting a cat, too, who doesn't like him at all, and in fact wants to kill him. So that is our main antagonist of the film. But I forget how it happens, but he ends up winning. Or Muffin ends up winning. I just forget how, because I've only seen this movie fully out like one time, like 2 years ago. So I remember bits and pieces of them. I remember one part Muffin saves these two animals from getting flooded. I don't think they're... I forget what they were. Were they mice? Or there was some sort of little animal that can't swim in water, and Muffin overcame his fear to save them, which I thought was really cute. And he ends up getting back home to his mom, which I thought was really cute too. Great. This is just a really, like, I don't know how to explain. It's one of these movies that I've never seen, and I'm just surprised I've never seen it before, because it's actually a pretty good movie. Starring Muffin, who's a really likable character. I also love the little bow tie he has on. It's so cute. Also, I kind of like how they took the direction of Homeward Bound, where when they're talking, their mouths don't move at all, unlike Air Buddies. Their mouths don't move at all, so I don't really care which way they do it. Both ways are fine by me. It's just kind of interesting that they chose that way, opposed to the normal Air Buddy way. But hey, that's not bad. I don't mind. Like I said, I don't really mind. So, of course, Muffin is a golden retriever, if I haven't told you already. Golden retrievers are easily my favorite breed out of any dog. Love golden retrievers. Never had one. Always wanted one. Eventually will, hopefully in the future, have one. So, seeing a movie starring my favorite dog breed of all time is wonderful. And it's overall a really great movie, too. There's not too much to complain about it. I think it's a great character. Muffin is a great main character. Oh, it's just such a good movie. Such a cute movie. I love it. Muffin definitely makes top 10 lists. Now let's go to number 8, which is Champ. It was either him or Otis. I really love our main cast for the TV show Super Pups. So after watching Pup Academy and Pupstar, I was relieved that there was another TV show by Airbud Entertainment starring 4 more puppies, and the cast is really great. Honestly, our 4 main characters. I usually go back and forth between who my favorite is, between Champ and Otis, because I really love both of them. What's kind of funny is that our 4 main characters in this TV show kind of are kind of like 4 of the buddies from the Buddies trilogy. So you have Luna, who's obviously Rosebud, because the only girl of the group. Then you have Haggis, who definitely acts the most like Buddha. Then you have Otis, who is definitely the most like Butterball. And of course Champ, who is the most like B-Dog. And kind of looking at it, my favorite buddy is B-Dog. Just a little spoiler alert there. And so that means, of course, my favorite Super Pup just has to be Champ. Just because he's the most like B-Dog. He has some of that, like, personality of B-Dog. I love B-Dog. He's my favorite out of the Air Buddies. So, of course, Champ is going to be my favorite from Super Pups. Super Pups is actually a pretty interesting TV show. It stars these 4 pups who get superpowers. Luna, I forget what she can hear stuff. Or no, she can smell stuff. Smell and hear stuff. That's right. Haggis can see stuff in his head or something like that. It's been a while since I've seen this show. Otis, I forget what Otis does. He's really strong, I think. Yeah, I think Otis is really strong. And then, of course, Champ is really fast. So, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. I like the way that the show went. It's not my favorite show. I think Pup Academy is still better. But, hey, I still think it's a pretty good show. It's a great spin-off. Anywho, so we have Champ, who is I've actually never heard of this breed until this show, but he's a German pointer. Okay. Interesting. Honestly, kind of like the design, though. His head is all brown, while the rest of his body is white, with a few little, like, brown spots on his belly and back and stuff. Okay, it's pretty cool. I like the design. Not my favorite design, personally, but I think it's pretty good. Like I said, it was a tie between him or Otis. I could have put... Honestly, I'll put Otis down as an honorable mention. I love Otis, too. He's so cute. I love the Bernese Mountain Dog. Look to him. He's so cute. Otis would definitely be number 2, and he would be an honorable mention. I really like Haggis too. Honestly, Haggis would be a pretty good honorable mention too. But if I had to choose my favorite, I think right now it'd be Champ. I think Champ's probably my favorite, just because he's a great leader. He's a great like main character out of the bunch. Just kind of like how Andre is the main character of the human group. Champ is kind of like the main character of the dog group or puppy group, whatever. So they did a really good job with their characters. And Champ, he's really cute. I like him. He's definitely one of my favorites. Nothing else I have to say, so let's move on to number 7, which is Tiny. Oh boy, from one Air Bud Entertainment character to the next. So Tiny stars in, not a show this time, but actually a movie called Pupstar. And not just one Pupstar, but 4 of them total, which is really cool. Tiny is... So Pupstar is a story about this little puppy named Tiny, who is a Yorkie Sheer Terrier, and she was to sing in a show. I forget what they call it. Not Dogs Got... Is it Dogs Got Talent? Puppy Got Talent? I forget what it's called, but it's kind of funny. Because then they have, like, Simon Growl there. It's hilarious. Anywho, Tiny wants to audition, and she's a little nervous, but she does a really good job. Unfortunately, she ends up getting captured by our antagonist of the series, and ends up separating from her humans. So she, along with this grouchy older dog named Charlie, have to make their way back to civilization, or at least back to Tiny's home. And they meet a lot of dogs along the way, sing some cringy songs, and there you go. Also going to say, in the meanwhile, Tiny's humans obviously are going out looking for her, and they're going basically to every place that she's been to. And she ends up back at the show where she first started, and then she reunites with her owners. Such a great movie, honestly. I mean, okay, the story itself can get a little weird and a little cringy at times, but in comparison to the other Pupstar movies, this is nothing. I really like the way that the story went too, with the young pup, old dog road trip type story. And Tiny is so adorable. Let's be real, she steals the show 100%. They did such a great job with her character, not acting like the bratty type like they normally would, right, Rosebud? Instead, acting just really cute, and they did like I said, overall they did a really good job with her character, and she was definitely my favorite character of the Pupstar series. The second movie comes, and we get introduced to her sister, so that's pretty cool. And then the third movie comes, and we get introduced to another villain named Julio, who wants to date Tiny? Okay. And then we have the god-awful fourth movie, which we all know how horrible that movie is. If you've seen my video back like 2-3 years ago where I ranked all 4 Pupstar movies, you know I despise Pupstar 4 and everything they try to do with that movie. Basically, everything from the first movie that they tried to create was gone. Tiny is now an adult, sure, why not? And she marries probably the top 10 worst live-action dogs of all time, aka half the reason why the modern Pupstar series failed. You know who I'm talking about, P.U.P. I could rant on an hour of how I hate this character. I despise P.U.P. with all of my heart. I hate him so much. He ruined the Pupstar series. I don't even want to get to all of the stories that I literally could. Like I said, I could be sitting here for a whole hour talking about how I hate P.U.P. and how horrible of a character he is. And he ends up being Tiny's husband. Wow. Why? And they have 4 very forgettable pups to replace Tiny as the main character, and there you go. And then they do a bunch of other lazy scenes. I don't know what's worse, Pupstar 4 or Disventure Camp Season 3, Episode 17. Probably Pup Star 4 still. Oh, boy. I don't know what they were thinking. Okay, if you would erase the last two movies, I'd say the first two movies were pretty good, and Tiny is overall a really cute character. It's unfortunate they had to ruin her character in the third and definite fourth movie. But, you know, I like what they did with her in the first two movies, so Tiny definitely makes top 10 best list. PUP easily makes a top 10 worst list, and honestly, he would probably be number one. He would probably be number one. I hate PUP with a passion. Like I said, I could sit here for an hour and rant about how much I hate him, but I'm going to stop, because if I keep going, I'm going to make this video an hour long. So, Tiny's a great character, and she's number 7. So let's move on to number 6, and that is... Alrighty, which Phantom Pup is it going to be? We know one of them is going to be on here. Which one is it going to be? Is it going to be Bowie, Chewie, or Louie? And it's Bowie. So man, another great series from Airbud Entertainment. Okay, and this time around, it's called Phantom Pups. And the main theme is Halloween spooky, but it's not spooky at all. In fact, I think Spooky Buddies is more spookier than this, and I don't even think that movie's that spooky. Anywho, so this movie stars 3 puppies this time. We're just going down now. We started off at 5 from Airbud. Now we're at 4 Super Pups, and now 3 Phantom Pups. and then then there's a whole bunch from Pup Academy. Anywho, so 3 puppies end up getting turned into ghosts, or as they call phantoms. Chewie is the butterball of the group, aka the one who likes to eat and eat and eat. But he's a really cute character, honestly. For a bulldog or pug, whatever he is, I think he's a bulldog, honestly. I don't remember. But bulldogs, honestly, I'm not a big bulldog fan, but I think they did a good job with him. I think he's pretty cute. Louie is, of course, the golden retriever of the group, and wow, I'm actually not putting the golden retriever in number 1. That's just because I like the personality of Bowie much better. So Bowie is the Dalmatian of the group. And while Louie is kind of like the rosebud of the group, Bowie is kind of like the bee-dog of the group. So, of course, the puppy that has the bee-dog personality is going to be my favorite. So Chewie loves to eat, Louie loves hugs, and Bowie loves sports. Any type of sports, mainly basketball, because our main character, Freddy, likes playing basketball. And so does Bowie. I just love his design. Honestly, I love all their designs. I think they did a really good job with the pups themselves and the way that the Phantoms look as well. And it looks better than... It's better than It's better than Spooky Buddies when they tried to do Pip, I think. Pip looked fine, but with newer, better technology, it's better. It's really good. Anywho, so we have these 2 ghost hunters who want to try to capture these phantoms named Cleo and Edwin, who are hilarious, and they definitely steal the show 100%. They're hilarious. And there are comedy relief villains of the group. And then Grimm is our serious villain of the series. I have to talk more about Phantom Pups and Super Pups in the future. I have to rank the episodes. But anywho, I forgot what I was going to say now about Bowie. Oh yeah, what's kind of funny is if you remember a few weeks ago when I talked about my top 10 favorite cartoon dogs for the cartoon, not the live action, on the list was a character, Scooch Pooch. What's funny is that the person who voices Bowie is the same person who voices Scooch Pooch. What are the odds? Both characters making it in my top 10 list, but the voice actor did a great job voicing both characters. And like I said, all 3 pups are cute, but my favorite has got to be Bowie. So now let's move on to number 5, which is Puppy Paws. I'm pretty sure you all knew he was going to be on here somewhere too. Where do I start with this guy? So for starters, I guess, if you know my series, The Christmas Sitcom, guess who's one of the characters? Why, none other than Puppy Paws, along with Firefly, Mario, and Daisy. It's a hilarious thing that I've been doing since 2020, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. And of course, Puppy Paws is one of the characters in there, and he's really adorable. Anywho, Puppy Paws is a Great Pyrenees puppy who originates from the movie Santa Buddies. And what I really like about the movie Santa Buddies is that it kind of takes the story of the movie Elf in a way. Which I really noticed that when I watched this for the first time, like, yo, this is really like Elf. So, because I mean, they send someone from the North Pole to a town that doesn't really believe in Santa, and they try to get someone to believe in Santa, basically. And then towards the end of the movie, they get most people to believe in Santa. That's basically how both movies kind of go in a way, except Elf is on humans and Santa Buddies is on puppies, obviously. And of course, you got the buddies in here too. What's kind of interesting about this movie is that even though it's called Santa Buddies, the buddies aren't our main characters. Instead, it's Puppy Paws, and it's kind of interesting how that's kind of the case, instead of like all the other ones where usually the buddies are the main character, and even sometimes we have like a certain movie will have like a buddy as their main character, like Spooky Buddies, B-Dog is more the main character, or Treasure Buddies is more Mudbud the main character. So it's kind of interesting how they do that. But for Santa Buddies, they figured, you know what, let's just make the side character the main character, Puppy Paws, which that's fine because they did a really good job with him. He kind of creates a little bit of mischief at the North Pole at first, but once he gets into town, he starts trying to, I shouldn't say he tries to convince people, but he has a magic crystal that that kind of makes like Christmas things pop up. I think it's really funny, kind of a cool moment. I like the scenes where he's interacting with the buddies. We get some cute moments. I like how when he plays hide and seek and he does the 12 days of Christmas countdown, which I think is kind of funny. And when he ends up in the animal shelter, he ends up helping a puppy named Tiny. No, not the Tiny from Pupstar, a different Tiny, voiced by the same person who, Anywho, yeah, it's a really good movie, and Puppy Paws is really cute too. I remember when I first watched it, I was like, man, oh man, like, they did a really good job with their side character in this movie, who ended up becoming the main character. Which, hey, fine by me. If the side character is really good, then okay, I don't mind them being the main character for a movie, or an episode, whatever you want to call it. But don't make a character bad, and then make them the star of the movie. But no, Puppy Paws is really good. He's definitely one of my favorites. As you know, you've seen the plushie I have of him. He's in Christmas Sitcom, etc. So anywho, now let's move on to number 4, which is B-Dog. Honestly, I could put all 5 of the buddies on this list and just make it a top 5 best buddies video, because all 5 of them are really cute. But I decided to give other puppies a chance. I would just put one, and it would be my favorite out of the group, and as you've heard me say, B-Dog, definitely. So, there is many Air Bud movies. I've only seen like half of them. I've never seen any of the Air Bud movies. Air Buddies, on the other hand, I've seen Air Buddies like one time. I have Snow Buddies as a DVD, so I've seen that one many times. I have the Santa Buddies DVD, so I've seen that one many times. I've seen Spooky Buddies. I think that movie's that's probably one of my favorites. I've seen Treasure Buddies before. That was just okay. It's not my favorite. I've never seen Space Buddies. I've never seen Super Buddies. I feel like I'm missing one. But I'm probably not. But it's like I have that feeling I am. But I don't think I am. Anywho, so for our 5 buddies, we obviously have Butterball, Mudbud, Rosebud, Buddha, and of course B-Dog. Basically like all the other Air Bud series, where we have a lot of those characters kind of like copying some of the personalities from these characters. But B-Dog is my favorite, 100%. What I like is that all 5 buddies have like their favorite sport. B-Dog is basketball, and what I like is that what I like is that he's the buddy that, like, is the most fearful of things. Even though, like he tries to act really cool around different situations and circumstances, but he's usually the one who ends up getting afraid first before anyone else does, which I think is just so cute. Makes me want to go and give him a hug. But because he pretends like, oh no, I'm not scared. In reality, he is, which is why he's the main buddy in Spooky Buddies, because he's the one that gets afraid. Also, a little off track. Anyone else love his bunny costume in Spooky Buddies? It just matches. It's just so adorable. And of course, surprise, surprise, another golden retriever. And this ain't gonna be the last one. Alrighty, but B-Dog, great character. Definitely one of my favorites. Definitely top 10. Now let's move on to number 3, which is Bite. And now we've reached my absolute favorite show from Air Bud Entertainment, aka Pup Academy. Oh boy. What would you do if there was a school full of puppies, huh? I don't know. Die of cuteness? I don't know. But Pup Academy is just done so well. I love Pup Academy. I love what they did with it. There's only a few things here and there that are just kind of iffy about it, but overall, I think it's a really good show, and I think it's my favorite out of anything Air Bud Entertainment ever made. I really want a season 2, although I do think they ended really well, but at the same time, another season would be really nice. Anywho, so, also, by the way, spoiler alert, the rest of the characters are all Pup Academy characters. So, my third favorite would be Bite. So Bite is another Chihuahua, and he is our apparent bully of the series. Okay. So, what I like about Bite is that he gets character development. So, he's not just a bully from point A to point B. No, he gets some character development throughout the series. He learns to start trusting characters like Spark and Wiz and Corazon and all of them, and starts hanging out with them maybe a little more, instead of just them fighting the whole time. Maybe he'll help out with a heist and save King. Maybe he'll accidentally, well, not accidentally, but maybe he'll leave skunks into the building. You never know. Maybe he'll help Spark out in the last episode, which I think is really cute. But what I really like about Bite is episode 16, the episode name is Skunked. And even though he's the one who ended up causing a lot of the trouble, he admits to Spark that he's the one who brung the skunks into the school, and the fact that he can't howl. Poor guy. And he's been at the school for, what, 4 years now? This is his 4th year? Okay. So I just really love the character development this guy has gotten. And he's really cute, too. Look at his design. I love his little uniform he has on. It's so cute. The other Chihuahua I had on this list was Poppy Jr., and Poppy Jr. is pretty cute, too. But Bite has an even cuter design. I don't know why. They're both pretty similar, but Bite is just more cuter, I think. I don't know why. I just love Bite. And I just love the character development that he's went through from at the start, from episode 1 all the way up to episode 19. So they did a really good job with his character, and he's easily one of my favorites. And he's just so adorable, too. Like I said, a cartoon or live-action Chihuahua is pretty cute. Which I definitely could see them adding more episodes with him in it, but hey, I'm happy with what we got. Now let's move to number 2, which is Corazon. So which one out of the 3 main characters is my favorite? Of course it's going to be the Golden Boy. Who else would it be? Honestly, Wiz is a pretty good character, too. I love his character development he's gotten and stuff. And he's a really good character, but not enough to crack this list. I'd give him maybe an honorable mention. And then you have Spark. If you know me, I don't like Spark. I don't know. She's just not for me. She's just very... How do I put this? She's a very big screen hogger. She's in way too many episodes, and most of them star her as the main character. Oh boy. And you wonder why the other Pups series hasn't starred a main character. You've had all these puppies, but there's not one that's like a main character. Probably because of Spark being a very annoying, uninteresting character, in my opinion. So, luckily for the some episodes that Spark wasn't center of attention, we actually had Corazon being our main pup of the day, which is really cool. Like episode 3, for example. Corazon, of course, is this goofy golden retriever, more like adorable golden retriever. Kind of like Bite has a little suit on. It's so cute. He's Spark and Wiz's best friend. He's a little dim-witted at times. He's definitely the most dim-witted of the group. But hey, he's Corazon. He's allowed to be dim-witted because he just has a big heart instead. I love some of the character development episodes we got with him too, like episodes 10 and 11. Like 10, where he has to wear a cone for all day, and the poor guy's upset, but he learns to just you know, use it as an advantage instead. And episode 11, where his owner Izzy ends up being the substitute, he ends up first he wants to prank her, but learning that it's his human, he ain't gonna want to do that. I think that's like the last episode he was the center of attention. I don't remember the quote-unquote season 2 of it quite as much, which episode he was main character, which one he wasn't. But he was there. He's a cute character. I love Corazon. Obviously, he's a golden retriever, another golden retriever, but this is our last golden retriever on the list because it's the only golden retriever from Pup Academy, so of course it's going to be the last golden retriever on the list. But out of all the live-action golden retrievers, Corazon is definitely my favorite. Even the name Corazon is just fun to say. And what's funny is that his voice actor, I forget his name, but he also plays Leon in the show too, which I thought was really cool. It would be cool if Wiz and Spark's voice actor would be in the show too. I guess Wiz's voice actor ends up appearing in Super Pups, but Spark's voice actor doesn't appear, I don't think, in any of the Airbud Entertainment shows that I know of. But yeah, Corazon, easily one of my favorite characters from Pup Academy, but I think there's one character from Pup Academy that I might like a little more. So let's get to my number one. And my number one favorite live-action dog/puppy from a movie or cartoon series is Mullet. Man, talk about a side character in Pup Academy who literally just steals the show. So, Mullet is this, I don't even know what. I guess he's a mixed breed between a Chihuahua and a Terrier. Okay, so it ends up looking like he has a bunch of sticking out fur. So I guess it almost is like he has a mullet, but not really? I don't know. I don't know. For starters, his design is really cute. I love his design. I love his little outfit he has on. It's so cute. So, I just love the little side quests we have, the little side series that we have with this little puppy in it. So, Mullet, I guess his owner ends up being too loud all the time. So now Mullet has just gotten used to talking really loudly, and he can't talk quiet ever again. Except in episode 1, he says like a sentence quickly, really quietly, and then everything else he just talks really loudly. Keeping that like running gag throughout the whole show was just hilariously cute. This poor guy can't talk quietly. He's always shouting or screaming, and it's so cute. I love the way they make it happen. And I also love how in episode 2 we get to see what his owner actually looks like. Then a few other things here and there. I'm trying to remember like the main moments. He has some really he actually has some pretty goofy moments in the show too, like in episode 12 where he says he howls at the sun. What else do I remember? He was in episode 15, of course. Episode 16, I love how he was in episode 16. He stole that episode 100%. Okay, well, Bite did too, but side character-wise, Mullet definitely did too. I love how they're trying to do a howl contest. He was the best, and Mullet's just there. Because why not? So he can have some peace and quiet. Oh, it's so cute. I love Mullet. Anywho, and I guess in that episode he ends up working with Bite, and Bite can't stand him being really loud. Mullet is just so adorable. I love him. From his design to the running gag with him always talking really loudly to the episodes he's in. He's really hilarious. He's hilarious and cute at the same time. That's what I really like about this character. And honestly, I would much rather see a series with Mullet than another one with Spark in it, because Spark had no more spark. Spark has no spark, in my opinion. She's very boring, and she hogs the screen time big time. I would have much rather seen an episode focused on Mullet, opposed to the main characters having a random dream about the school closing and what would life look like. What the heck was that? We can tell that was a filler episode. But I would have much rather had an episode just focused on Mullet. What does Mullet do after Pup Academy? Where does he go? Where does he live? Like, we did get to see what his owner looks like, but it would be really cool seeing, like, an episode focused on him, opposed to him being the side sidekick. I guess the most we did get was the episode 16, Skunked. But unfortunately, after that, we didn't really get to see him much after that, and he was just kind of more on the side. Not even the last episode. He didn't. That was his last speaking episode, I guess. But yeah, I can say, although it does change sometimes for the Pup Academy characters, right now I can say Mullet is my favorite character when it comes to the live-action dogs / puppies. Mainly, all of them are puppies now that I think about it, but yeah, Mullet, definitely my favorite. From the name, to the design, to his running gag of him talking loudly, to just everything. He's hilarious. He's awesome. He's easily my favorite. He's adorable. He's easily my favorite live-action puppy from a movie or TV show. And man, oh man, that was fun talking about some of these live-action puppies and dogs, some of the ones we couldn't talk about in the cartoon ones. So it was really fun talking about some of these characters. It's fun talking about different things too, instead of just doing Mario stuff all the time. It's fun talking about some different things here and there. So maybe in the future, maybe I'll do a list, but maybe with my favorite kittens. But that will be in the future. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a good day, and I will see you next time.